Hello folks, we're back taking a look at the 62 Valiant Wagon. We're getting closer to firing this car up here. We got the engine in. It's not totally fixed up yet, ready to go, but we're getting there. So we got the block in, got it filled up with water, got the brakes bled. So I went to a dual circuit master cylinder from the single. It's got front disc brakes now, and this head has a little bit of milling done. It's like a 42.5 cc chamber. So the belt that I had before from the alternator, when I took it apart, now is too short. I can't fit it on there, so I had to buy a new belt. That's coming in the mail here. And I've cranked it over a little bit just to build up some oil pressure. I've got to put a pressure gauge on there, haven't done that yet, and I'm going to spin it over some more just to make sure that I got oil up to the rockers before I fire it up. I've got to put some fluid in the transmission. I got the drive shaft back from the drive shaft shop. They shortened the drive shaft for me because I put an 8 3/4 in there. Eventually I'd like to get rid of that 3 on the tree and put a 5-speed in, but I just kind of ran out of time this winter because the 5-speed, I've got 5 speeds ready to go, but it requires quite a bit of surgery to the trans tunnel and the upper cross member and things like that. So that might be a project for next winter or next summer. I've got to do an alignment on it. Not sure if it shows up here, but the front end is really pretty crooked right now, just with all the new parts. And I've got some different torsion bars on there. I think the torsion bars that I put on this time are slightly over 1 inch in diameter, so it doesn't bounce around a whole lot at all. There's not a lot of rebound to it. Pretty stiff front suspension, so it should handle really well. I didn't put a sway bar on this one. I didn't think it would need it. These cars are so small and light, it should be fine without the sway bar. But that's kind of where we're at with the Valiant project. And hopefully in a few weeks here, I don't want to fire the engine up until I get the exhaust built. Not sure if you could see it in there, but right now I've just got headers, and I got to build, I guess if you want to call them the downpipes, I got to make my connection to the rest of the exhaust that I've built already. So I'm going to do that sometime soon here, and I'm going to put a provision in there for no O2 sensor so that I can have a little bit more educated feedback for when I tune or jet the carb. It's likely that this carb will be too small for the cam here. This is what was on the vehicle when I bought it. Some previous owners had put a 4-barrel on here, and it's a Holley 4-barrel, but it's a 350 CFM, so it might be adequate. We'll see when I get the O2 sensor on, and I might have to rejet it, but I don't know. I've had really good success running these Edelbrock Carter 500s on these engines that are modified in a similar way. So this one might be okay. It might not. Might have to go to a different carburetor and kind of upgrade things, and we'll figure that out when we get there. But for now, I'm just going to leave that one on, and we'll see how it turns out. So that's where we are with the wagon for now, and hopefully the next time I have an update, we'll have this car running, if not running and driving. All right, have a great day, everybody.